You look well, Green. I pray your adventures have not been too taxing. As for myself, the search for the Soboro Sukehiro, as well as Yojimbo, continues. Would that I could even claim a measure of progress. Ah, Shigure, there you are! We thought perhaps to find you inside, my bald man, but I see you are here in the company of my stalwart assistant. Bald? You of all people should... Having failed to seize upon new information of value or even passing relevance, we were in the midst of reconsidering our investigative strategy. But tell me, have you word of Jim and our missing sword? Jim? Who is... Ah, yes, Yojimbo. No. As I was just telling Green, I have made no progress since last we spoke. You seem distressed, Shigure. If you yet pine for lost locks, then pine no longer, for we have brought you a hair tonic of preternatural effectiveness. Really? Well, that is actually a very considerate gesture, thank you. Why not try it right now? Aye, the sooner the better, perhaps. I say, to meet with Master Yojimbo and his bosom companions yet again. Truly, the kami have been kind to me. 'Tis always a pleasure to see a man of the old horde, but we are not bound for Eorzea. Why are you yet in the far east? Indeed, I had thought to return home and rejoin my brothers, and to that end did I call upon a local fisherman to secure passage. 'Twas from him that I heard a tale most fascinating which compelled me to stay. A Funa Yurei, a far eastern variety of undead, had been seen wandering in Isle Shore. As my previous attempt to recruit fellow zombies had met with the failure, I thought why not broaden my criteria and appeal to this ghost in the spirit of camaraderie. Alas, it is a most elusive quarry, rather shy it would seem. I sought to learn more of the Funa Yurei by questioning the people in the city, but have been unsuccessful thus far. I see. I realize this is sudden, but in your inquiries, did you hear mention of Jim? Jim? I fear I have heard naught of that particular Far Eastern spirit, though, to be honest, not all have been willing to entertain my company, perhaps due to my undead nature. It pains me to hear that in this world there remain people prejudiced against the living impaired. You seek this Jim, Master Yojimbo? If so, I should be glad to help. Grateful as we would be, it might be wise to change your attire. The people's reluctance to speak with you may be due to your passing resemblance to a certain wolfish fugitive who, until recently, terrorized the city. Oh, how careless of me! I shall change to something less conspicuous at once. Then it is settled. When at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us split up and speak with the men and women of Kugane. Yojimbo, you say? The name does ring a bell. Ah, yes, I recall. That Lupin fellow was asking after him as well. But that was some time ago. He's since been detained by the Sekisei-gumi. The Lupin, not your Yojimbo, that is. Not that I can imagine why, he's no criminal. Why, when I told him of how my mother had taken ill, he gave me koban to purchase her medicine, without my asking or anything. You say he's done terrible things, but a man like that? No, I refuse to believe it. If there's any justice in the world, he'll be set free. Let me guess. You are searching for a man named Yojimbo. The Sekisei-gumi questioned me about him not long ago. Very desperate to find him, they were. I doubt they'll receive much help from the populace at present, though. Why, you ask? Surely you've heard, the Kugane Wolf Burglar has been arrested.
Despite what the wealthy elite would have you believe, he is no demon deserving the harshest sentence. If anything, he's a hero to the downtrodden, having shared his spoils with the least among us. If you ask me, the Sekisei-gumi ought to take a closer look at the merchants he targeted. Akebono in particular has been at the center of many dark rumors. Anyway, in light of the Wolf Burglar's attainment, many are less than willing to aid the Sekisei-gumi in their activities. And unfortunately, if they suspect you to be working with them, you too may find your overtures rebuffed.
Oh, you're also pursuing that Yojimbo fellow? The Sekisei-gumi were asking after him the other day. I'll tell you what I told them. Never heard of the man. And just between you and me, even if I did know something, I don't know if I would want to tell them. You know the Kugane Wolf Burglar, the one they locked away? Rumor has it that they intend to inflict upon him terrible punishments for his so-called crimes. Madness, I tell you. Madness. Every single one of the burglar's victims were among the most notorious scoundrels of the city. Greedy merchant with no scruples whatsoever. What's more, everything he stole he gave to the poor and needy, and yet they decry him as a villain. Fools.
I see. What have you learned, Green?
Apparently, a certain Lupin is rather well loved.
Huh. I had no idea the plight of the Wolf Burglar weighed upon the minds of so many. What exactly did they say? A hero to the poor and downtrodden. A criminal who simply gave away his hard-won spoils. This is all quite unexpected. But whatever aspersions they may cast upon his victims, the law is the law. Even disreputable merchants are deserving of fair and equitable treatment. To ignore their plight is to let the mob decide their fate. That said, to hear that some may withhold information and protest is cause for concern. As a man of the Sekisei-gumi, I cannot help but feel conflicted. If I may, Shigure, it might be best to dress in less conspicuous clothing, at least for the time being. I hate to say it, but that is a sensible suggestion. Surprisingly, perhaps I should make use of my old kimono. Yet even if I were to do so, my face is already known. They would mock me as a Sekisei-gumi and perhaps even resent my attempts to deceive them.
I got an idea. Why not ask the Wolf Burglar? If he's so popular with the people, who knows what secrets they've told him?
Ask the Wolf Burglar? If both he and Yojimbo had designed on the Soboro Sukehiro, then it's possible they might know one another. Well done, Nashu! I was mere moments from reaching the self-same conclusion. Settle then. Let us go and question the prisoner without further delay. Greetings and well met, comrade. If I might have a moment of your time. That we might ascertain the whereabouts of the fugitive Yojimbo, we wish to speak with the Kugane Wolf Burglar. Will you permit us to enter? Certainly, Shigure. And if it will aid you in your investigation, follow me. I trust you are enjoying our hospitality. I come bearing questions. Questions, eh? Little old me, you say? Following your arrest, the Ronin Yojimbo has absconded with the Soboro Sukehiro you stole from Master Akebono. He remains at large. We have reason to believe the sword was his objective all along. Given that it was yours as well, I thought you might know something of the man and his motive. Everyone knows that sword's worth a bloody fortune and then some. But finding a buyer for a masterpiece as famous as a Soboro Sukehiro, especially after word of its death has spread far and wide, well, good luck with that, says I. Why, they surely have to avail themselves of the services of certain reputable folks with whom I happen to be intimately acquainted. I'd be happy to introduce you lot, as soon as you set me free. What? Absolutely not! That is out of the question! Then we got nothing more to discuss. Best be on your way. Now, Shigure, let us not be too quick to judge. If the goodly men and women of Kugane are willing to trust in his good intentions, then perhaps we should as well. An awful lot of people willing to vouch for this character. If what they say is true, then it would be wrong to see him hanged. I will propose to my superiors that you be temporarily released into our custody for purposes of our investigation. Should you abide by the terms of our arrangement, you may receive leniency. What say you? I say you got yourself a deal, Baldy. Will they even consider my proposal, though? The deliberations alone may prove time-consuming, and if they refuse... Remind me, Nashu, do you have that hair tonic on you?
I sure do, Inspector. Now is a good time to try it. Good time as ever to try it, don't you think?
Here, in the jail? Well, far be it from me to refuse. Remember to use the whole bottle, my good man. Pour it over your head until not a single drop remains. I didn't bring my own sunglasses. That seems rather wasteful, but if you insist... I feel strange, like my scalp is... Oh, by the kami! Shigure, are you alright? I heard you shouting... The light! It binds them! There are too many! And turn and flex and shake and bounce. Perfection! Rejoice, my goodly burglar, as I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have liberated you from your unjust imprisonment. Now see here, Inspector! Huh? What happened? Has the prisoner escaped? Still in the cell, I see. But what in the world was that blinding light? 1,000 pardons. One of my associates was carrying small explosives, one of which I detonated unexpectedly. I, of course, paid her to take the others outside immediately for safety's sake. I believe that explains that, yes? Yes? Right then. If you'll excuse me. Ah, yes, of course. Very good. Wait, when did Shigure regrow his hair? How we managed to escape undetected, I have no idea. I can but pray that our ruse will remain intact. The Wolf Burglar led the others into the waterways below. We should follow. Been down here before? If so, you may have met my friends already. Contemptible lot, all Kugane's cast-offs. If anyone's heard a peep from your quarter, it'd be them. Come on then, don't be shy. Oh, you're looking well for a rat bastard. Takes a wolf to know a rat, ha! But what do we owe the pleasure? And more importantly, how'd you slip free of the Seki Segumi's noose? With my dashing good looks and my silver tongue, how else? Never you mind that. Any information, Koju? Do you now? Or was the Seki Segumi at your shoulder the one asking questions? No need to give the lad a hard time. He did right by me and I mean to return the favor. Eh? You mean you're helping him? Have you gone mad? Well, even if I have, it's nothing you and yours need to worry your pretty little heads over. Give us a hand and we'll get out of your hair. Wolf's honor. Not a bad bunch, really. Most tried to make a living on the straight and narrow. Even some even out of mind to join the Seki Segumi like you. Or found wanting for this reason or that. When honest work's no longer an option, that leaves the other sort. The dangerous, the disreputable, the dirty. Somebody's gotta do it, and so these industrious souls pick up the slack. Maybe they're not the cream you prefer to hobnob with, but while you're in their company, I say you comfort yourselves with a modicum of civility. I should like to believe I have done just that. So forgive me if I have given you any reason to think otherwise. See? Fast friends we all are. Right then. We're after the bloke that goes by the moniker of Yojimbo. Heard tell the man? Yojimbo? No, can't say it rings a bell. Oi! Any of you know a fella by the name of Yojimbo? Well, there you have it. Might be different if he had a bounty on his head. What did he do anyway? Piss in the Bukyo's rice porridge? Ha! If only. Stole the Soboro Sukehiro, he did. Bugger me, that's a beauty! Wonder why though. Finding a buyer even through the black market would be a challenge and a half. And if he'd even put out the word that he was looking, we'd have heard about it by now. To come all this way and leave with nothing. Yeah, let's not call it a day just yet. Assuming this Yojimbo didn't steal the soul for the challenge, there's only two reasons he'd take it. To sell it, or to keep it. And if it's not about the money, then I doubt this is his first prize. Or his last. Hark! My keen inspector sense whispers and speaks of a thieving collector of swords. Yes, there can be no mistake. Aye, what he said, I suppose. If he's a collector, then only the best will do. Which means the next target might be, oh, I don't know, the Ame no Murakumo. Wait, the Ame no Murakumo? I thought that was nothing more than a fairy tale. You mean to say that the fabled Sword of Eld actually exists? A giant kami tried to kill me and my friends with it, but I deflected the blow. Well, someone else did, but... You what? I have so many questions. But first, where did this all happen? In the Kojin's vault. How's within the Kojin of the Red Treasures Vault, eh? If that's the case, then it seems to me I'll continue searching the Ruby Sea, no? It might well be the best place for us to look in that case. Let us brook no further delay and head to the Ruby Sea at once. Think that the Amino Murakumo is not only real, but it was brought to bear against you and Yol by the kami of unfathomable strength. In any event, now we know where we might search. We now know where we might search the Ruby Sea. Before I may leave, however, there is a matter of great import to which I must attend. Well, perhaps great import is something of an overstatement. I speak of the inspector's early advice concerning my garments. I'll meet you at the Ruby Price after I change. Pray go on ahead without me. I insist. All set for another trip to the glittering westward expanse? I know I am! Let us hop aboard the next ferry to the Ruby Prize and wait for Shigure there, as he requested. Come along. Oh, it's Shigure! Over here! Over here! By the kami, I thought you were someone else at first. Well, since it was suggested I should wear something other than the garments of the Seki Segumi for a time, I paid a visit to Kogane Dori and purchased something completely unlike my usual attire. It's quite a change, but very much for the better, if I do say so myself.
I didn't realize you could be so fashionable.
Fashionable? Please, Nashu, you give me too much credit. I'll say, that get-up with those Zori? I don't see that becoming a trend. Not that it matters. We didn't come here to mess about, eh? We got a collector to catch. Assuming he's after the Amino Murakumo. Then we've got to go to the Isle of Zeki. Any ideas?
We could ask the Confederacy to... We could ask the Kojin.
By air or by underwater passage, eh? A bit more tricky than I thought.
Without the blessing of the Kojin, the latter seems almost impossible. What about that bird of yours? Montaro, was it?
After what the inspector did to him, ha! He'll be keeping a wide berth, I reckon, assuming he's even fit to fly.
It was a somewhat traumatic experience for all involved, eh?
Forgive me for my bluntness, my wolfish compatriot, but it occurs to me that we have yet to hear your motives for attempting to steal the Soboro Sukehiro from Master Akebono. Did not Koju say that selling such a blade would be extraordinarily difficult? It's not stealing to take back what was stolen. That black-hearted bastard Akebono prized it from the hands of its rightful owner. He was a humble samurai who lived a humble life devoid of most luxuries. A righteous man who never turned his back on those in need. Certainly not a young Lupin boy who'd fled Doma during the occupation. The two lived as father and son, with few comforts to save each other's company. And then one day a merchant came calling, asking after the samurai's sword. Asking him to part with his one prized possession. But a sword of the samurai's soul, and he'd sooner die than sell it, even for a fortune. But the merchant, he's not the sort to go quietly into the night. He changes tack and worms away into the samurai's affairs. Small sums at first, but bigger, then bigger. Before he knows it, the samurai owes the merchant a veritable mountain of coin. And so he pledges his blade as collateral. Samurai worked day and night to reclaim his honor. While strong in spirit, he was weak in body. He fell sick, and soon after passed away, leaving his Lupin charge alone in this unjust world.
All this time you were Oni.
He left Kugane for a time and returned years later from Yanxia, having learned the ways of the shinobi that he might honor his adoptive father by helping others, as he had helped him as a child. A chivalrous guise for a personal vendetta, perhaps. More than anything, he yearned to reclaim the samurai sword, the last surviving memento of their time together, that he might wear it with pride.
All this time, Master Akebono was your main objective. When you broke into his shop in the Rakuza district, you were searching for the Soboro Sukehiro. You kept a close eye on him, even as you continued to target other disreputable merchants, that you might drive him to take additional measures to protect the sword, knowing that in so doing, he would eventually reveal its location.
Then it is settled. The Soboro Sukehiro must be returned to his rightful owner.
Hey, if it's so hard for people to reach the Isle of Zeki, how is Yojimbo planning to get there? That I do not know, but regardless, if he was headed there, someone must have noted his passing. I say we question the pirates of Sakazuki and see if any have observed a traveler resembling Yojimbo of late.
We are of the same mind, Shigure. To Sakazuki, post haste!
Oh, I remember you. Looking for more dead men. Nope. A living one this time. A rail-thin samurai with a wide-brimmed hat and an oversized geta. Traveler like that would not escape my notice, which is to say I'm confident I haven't seen him. Sorry to disappoint you.
Not at all, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. As I said before, my good man, when at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us away.
What was that? Lanky samurai with a large hat? As it happens, I spoke with a traveler like that.
I'll talk with him too.
Sure enough, he had a mind to head to the Isle of Zeki. Couldn't imagine why, but with the red being unwelcoming as they are, and there being no place to talk about. Told him as much, but he shrugged it off and went on his merry way. Come to think of it, did I see that dog of his not long ago? On a beach below, wandering about. I hope he didn't abandon him.
You have been tremendously helpful. 1,000 thanks to you. Surely the canine in question is Daigoro. We must gather the others and search for Jim's beloved companion at once. Daigoro! Here, Daigoro!
Oh, I think I see him over there. Huh. Maybe he doesn't like us anymore?
Now, if you just gotta give the pup the right incentive is all. Incentive.
Money. Surely it can't be that simple.
See for yourself. Woof, woof.
So that's all it takes to win him over, eh? A single Koban. Greedy little thing.
Hush, Shigure. Daigoro is a good dog, and now he will lead us to his master. Woof. This is quite a fix indeed. Daigoro, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Hildy! Jim, my good man, I mean, you rapscallion, you've nowhere to run. Cease your shenanigans and relinquish the Soboro Sukehiro at once. I will do no such things. Ever since I was bested by your tight-lipped associate over yonder, I learned for an opportunity to redeem myself, and so I set about searching for stronger soul with which I might bring my everything to bear. I thought to claim victory with the Amino Murakumo in hand, but if circumstances demand we settle this here and now, then so be it. Stay your hand, my friend. Though I know you only mean well, securing the sword is a great responsibility which falls to... I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall resolve this conflict and claim the sword. Prepare to be amazed that the Soboro Sukehiro is delivered into my waiting arms. Oh, this ought to be good. Daigoro! Oh, Daigoro! Come here and let Hildy give you a great big belly rub. Daigoro, you will do no such thing. What? Betrayed!
The inspector does come from a wealthy family, so maybe he smells of money?
Until you surrender the Soboro Sukehiro, I will give Daigoro the most furious of belly rubs, thereby depriving you of the pleasure. Such is my ultimatum. Daigoro, Daigoro, return to me this instant. Oh, fie on it. You win. The sword is yours.
By the Kami, I can't believe that actually worked. Inspector Hildibrand's powers of negotiation are most impressive.
Mummy! Wait, where is the Soboro Sukehiro? Right where it belongs. You fiend, return it at once. That's far enough, all of you. Bugger me, where did they come from? Bah, this isn't over. Shigure, what is this I hear about you freeing a notorious fugitive? Explain yourself at once. Well, you see, Inspector Hildibrand and I, in order to track down Yojimbo and the Soboro Sukehiro, we need to enlist the assistance of the Wolf Burglar. To that end, we remove them from the jail. Temporarily, of course. We have every intention of returning him to his cell. Okay, but where's the Wolf Burglar now? And how do you intend to do so when your prisoner has taken flight? Shigure, I'll charge you with aiding and abetting a criminal in their escape. Be reasonable. You know full well that everything Shigure did was to achieve to a greater good, to uphold the law of the land. We will return with the Soboro Sukehiro and the Wolf Burglar, I swear to you. Your actions in service to Seki Segumi are not unknown to me. Nevertheless, Shigure must be held to account for his. To make an exception at your request would only compound the offense. No man is above the law, not even our own. What a miscarriage of justice to see our Shigure spirit away like a common criminal, in complete disregard for the extenuating circumstances. It falls to us to find a way to right this wrong, but this is no place to devise a plan. To Kugane, my friends! Oh, my good man, I hardly know where to begin. Ever since our return, I have been racking my brain trying to conceive of a means by which we might free Shigure from his predicament, but to no avail. By absconding with the sword, the Wolf Burglar has done us no favors, and yet, I do not think his tale of the samurai and the akebono was a lie. My keen and sceptical sense tells me that many threads of this tale are converging upon a single point not far from now, in which all truth shall be laid bare for all to see.
Caw, that's what I like to hear. And I agree. I don't think the Wolf Burglar's bad at all. Once the Seki Segumi realize that, they're sure to let Shigure off the hook, don't you think?
I most certainly do, Nashu. Furthermore, I say that to hasten this most desirous of resolutions, I must begin investigating Master Akebono at once. Hold the fort while I'm gone, my stalwart assistant.
Yes, sir, Inspector. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant.
I suppose this day was bound to come. No matter. Soon there will be nothing in this world beyond my grasp. Heh heh heh.
Hildibrand will return in. The past is never past.